Did I get you? Well, we're glad to have you for another thrilling edition of OWR TV.
You're born in the shadows where the wild things fight. Chains on his wrist, but his spirit's alive. The mat is his kingdom, the ropes are his throne. Every slam echoes like a beast's angry moan. He's the iron grip, he never lets go. Crushing every doubt with every throw. Step in his ring, you'll feel the quake. The iron grip leaves no escape. Muscles like steel, veins filled with fire. Every pin a step higher and higher. Crowds roar like thunder, he feeds on their sound. A gladiator's heart beating loud and unbound. You can't run, you can't hide. He's got you locked inside. He's the iron grip, he never lets go. Crushing every doubt with every throw. Step in his ring, you'll feel the quake. The iron grip leaves no escape.
One big match left here to go at WrestleMania, and it's got a big fight feel around it as we have reached our main event of the evening. And the Zote's not joking when he says big, because the multiple times over world-traveled Iron Demon Shane Mercer steps into OWR to face a man who on paper you never would have thought would be in a position like this, but is now in a true trial by fire, subbing in for his brother Kylon King, is Connecticut's own Meta, one half of the Haven, Jay Onyx. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get it on.
Now, everybody, it is that time of the night where I ask all of you, are you ready? Your WrestleMania main event is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
You ready? Ring the bell!
As it is infamously put, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary friends, it is now my favorite part of the show. It's main event time, and by God, Savannah Kane, no tricks. We are certainly in for a treat with this one.
The matchup of Jay Onyx taking on Shane Mercer.
And as we say in wrestling, card subject to change. Unfortunately, Kylon King was unable to make it here tonight, but a suitable replacement. He called on a brother in Connecticut's own Jay Onyx to step up to the Iron Demon here in our main event of WrestleVania. This may be the biggest match of Jay Onyx's career. Not looking to crack under the pressure, but right now he is underneath Shane Mercer, a great technical wrestler. Has control now with the headlock here, but Jay Onyx, the meta.
Oh, we are seeing some grabs right now.
Yeah, you thought this was just going to be a hard-hitting affair between these two? Nah, this is going to be as wrestling gets, as you see as Jay Onyx able to take him over with the headlock takeover, but Shane Mercer now using those legs. But once again, Jay Onyx applying that side headlock. But look at the frame of Mercer, able to roll Jay Onyx over. But right back to that side headlock, the tried and true thus far in the early goings. Now Shane Mercer taking him back in the knee, and it transitions right to the arm, stretching out Jay Onyx here.
Nice maneuver by Mercer.
Realized the headlock wasn't working too well, turns it into a wrist block. But look at this, the speed and agility on display of Jay Onyx. But Shane Mercer,
He was able to break out of it, but he can't.
Shane Mercer clipping the wing of Jay Onyx and keeping him grounded here. Obviously, Jay Onyx is very comfortable in the air, one half of the high-flying, homegrown tag team. Yeah, that is barbaric from Shane Mercer.
Gonna win by any means necessary.
And if Shane Mercer has his way, he might rip Jay Onyx's arm off and take it home as a trophy with him. Forget about championships. He's got his own lockbox that keeps safes of the victims he has paved all over the world.
Onyx trying to grab for the bottom rope. Mercer not letting him.
He realized exactly what Jay Onyx was going for, and now making sure that those fingers can't be used for that. And the referee right there, making sure that Jay Onyx would be able to continue. But I mean, if you've got a broken hand, you got to question his safety at that point. But Jay Onyx not willing to let this opportunity slip through his fingers. But Shane Mercer able to slip through and turn it into an arm bar. But Jay able to shift his weight, rolls it into a cover, gets a 2 count. And look at that, smart by Jay Onyx, locking the hands to avoid being put back in that arm bar, but not for very long. But knows that ring so well, does Jay Onyx. He's learned from some great minds over at the PAPW training facility.
Oh! I was finally able to break out of that hole.
That's a hell of a knee right there. But he's got a whole lot of height and turns it into a positive. Shotgun drop kicking Shane Mercer straight out to the floor. And Jay Onyx, he may be joining him out there.
Oh!
I mentioned he's part of the high-flying Haven, and he's putting that on full display here off that suicide dive. And for the first time in this match, really, Shane Mercer is on the back foot, being sent into the ring post.
Ref Bill asking both men to come back into the ring as he starts his 10 count.
But in a main event match like this, even without a championship on the line, I'm sure that Ref Bill is going to kind of be a little lenient with these guys because they're going to put on one of those matches that these people are going to want to ensure ends in between those ropes, and I know that those men would certainly like that as well. This is a defining match for Jay Onyx right now, and the crowd are behind him here in his home state of Connecticut.
See Mercer rolling out of the ring, trying to get his composure. Looks like you may see him fly again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But clearly...
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. No. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. That is unbridled rage from the Iron Demon. Just literally dead carried Jay Onyx all the way across this room and sent him straight into the wall.
If you would have taken out the Fee-Fi-Fo crumple table, which is one of our sponsors, it would be a very bad day. Oh!
They're providing the treats. And Shane Mercer is hitting beats, beating the hell out of Jay Onyx and dragging him back into the ring. And this is a guy that you do not want to let get into his zone.
Wait, oh, it looks like
Is he sentencing Jay Onyx to the electric chair? There certainly can't be murder in a wrestling show, right?
with wrestling, you may never know.
Well, that certainly stung. Certainly shocked Jay Onyx.
You see the aftermath of our previous pumpkin patch fight earlier tonight, as both men are finally back in the ring.
And this is the guy, Shane Mercer, who made his name in a place like Game Changer Wrestling against guys like the world champion Effie, guys like Charles Mason, and Jay Onyx has to contend with all that as he just got launched now into the cover.
He's able to kick out. He's still in this. He still has juice in the tank, nursing that lower back.
It's all about Jay Onyx tag team experience. And it cannot go without mentioning the hybrid wrestler that Shane Mercer is, a tag team specialist in his own right. And he is exploiting Jay Onyx's lack of singles experience right now. A clubbing blow to the back, trying to break him down and humble this young man.
Top to the chest.
But look at that. From power, right back to technical. Cannot stress it enough that there's really no preparing for a guy like Shane Mercer. He's going to come at you in so many different ways. And Jay Onyx right now is caught in the clutch. And Bill, right there. If Jay Onyx passes out, this will end. But there's clearly still life in the meta.
Onyx back on his feet, breaking out of that hold.
Trying to pull off the miracle of a lifetime.
You see that?
Put him in a sleeper hold and swung him like it was nothing. Ragdolled him right back down, and the life fading from Jay Onyx's eyes, clutching however he can, trying to escape this. But time may be running out.
Onyx back on his feet, able to break out.
Rocking the clock. Shane Mercer, but immediately gets caught by the throat.
Onyx may have second-guessed himself.
Oh, forget a choke slam. He's got him way up there in a military press. Oh, what? Jay Onyx able to turn that military press into a destroyer. Both men down here.
What a main event here at OWR.
No matter what the circumstance, OWR prides itself on bringing you the best of the best competition, and that is what we're seeing right now here at WrestleVania. 7! Ref at a count of 7 here. Both men stirring.
Who will be on their feet first?
Shane Mercer across 8 countries has been in some absolute wars, and he is putting Jay Onyx through a war right now. Has him on wobbly legs, but Jay Onyx fighting as much as he can, putting all of his heart into it, took a chop to the heart and responded with a boot to the temple. Look at, he's egging on Shane Mercer and keeping on the aggression.
Mercer on base.
Holy God! Reverse poison Rana! Dropped him on the temple! 2 down! It's still not over!
Honestly, shocked he thought he had it.
That was almost the biggest upset possible. But Shane Mercer, battle tested, able to survive. But now Jay Onyx, you see he's got that twinkle in his eye. The ignition has been lit. Ascending up
To the top rope. Mercer has nowhere to go.
high risk,
No!
like a shooting star in the night. Shane Mercer saw it coming. Belly to belly overhead throw. Jay Onyx crashes and burns as Shane goes into the cover.
Oh, he's still in it.
The resilience of Jay Onyx. I am in shock. So are the people here. They're loving what they're seeing. How could you not? They are giving it their all right now.
Mercer hoisted Onyx to the top.
Putting Jay Onyx right where he's usually most comfortable, but he's anything but right now, as the Iron Demon is on the hunt, and this may be the kill. But Jay Onyx knows exactly what Shane wanted. Sunset flip powerbomb. Now hooking him up. Splits the throat. Jay Driller
He has to capitalize at this point. Cover.
shouts out the late great Briscoe. But just with a toe, Shane Mercer able to get his foot on the rope. Jay Onyx reached for the sky, but Shane Mercer went low under the rope, barely able to stay in this. What a gutsy performance by Jay Onyx here, and he's a moment away from beating one of the world's best wrestlers. It may just take one more shot, and he's thinking maybe one more time, that underhook, that Jay Driller. But Shane Mercer dropping his weight, and Jay Onyx raining down shots, try to wear him down, but look at that. Lifting Jay Onyx into a vertical base.
I nowhere to go.
Into a bridge! But Jay able to roll over and keeping the hook. Using his head to create separation was Shane Mercer! What? How in the hell did Jay Onyx survive Diablo? That is one of the most dangerous weapons in the arsenal of Shane Mercer. Just drilled Jay Onyx through the mat, tried to send him straight to hell, but this kid still in the land of the living, still in this main event.
Full crowd here. Behind this main event, both men are back on their feet. Corner to corner.
Tylon King has to be proud, especially of that German suplex and the grit and determination of his brother. Super kick.
Sending him into the corner.
Cannonball. And he got all of it. Saito suplex. Shane Mercer dazed. Jay Onyx into the lateral press.
Mercer able to raise his elbow up.
Jay Onyx is in complete and utter disbelief right now. We are 15 minutes deep. He'd say these are the championship minutes, but even without gold, this match living up to all the hype.
Both men up top.
I do not like this
Oh, no.
one bit, and neither is Jay Onyx.
See Mercer fighting. Elbow!
And now he's about to be charged with moon, salt, and battery. 1, 2, 3. Claps up to Jay Onyx, who absolutely rose to the occasion in the absence of his brother Kylon King. But here at the end of the night, in the main event of WrestleMania, it is the Iron Demon, Shane Mercer, with his hand raised in victory. Yeah, Jay, you really did come close. And that is truly respect earned. Well deserved. And look at that. An absolute class act. Shane Mercer giving Jay Onyx the ring. There may have been no blood, but the sweat, the tears, the passion of both men left in the middle of that ring in between those pink ropes of OWR after what has been quite the amazing night of action here at WrestleMania.
He's the iron gripping